However, self-serving, factless claims that there is no driver shortage undermine the serious work of this committee. Driver pay does not go up 19% during a freight recession unless there is a shortage of qualified drivers.
All right, mud truckers, so OOIDA, Teamsters, and ATA are testifying in front of the Senate, telling them what's wrong with the trucking industry. And there's a lot going on here. We're going to uncover a lot of this. This is important because this does affect all truck drivers in America, because this is the future. It's just like the ATA pushed one of their own to the top. Now it's going to lead the FMCSA. So hearing this information, knowing what their mindset is, tell me if you agree or disagree. I watched this whole thing. Some of it, I'm shaking my head. Some of it, I do agree. But let's get into this video and tell me what parts you like or don't like, because this is the stuff that's shaping the trucking industry. And just to let you guys know, if you guys watch to the end of the video, we do a whole tour of Little America Travel Centers. I'm telling you, this is just the top of the top. They care about truck drivers. They have free truck parking, great food, and I just love the showers and bathrooms. And so definitely support them. I went out with Ambest, and they're a great support to me. And I partnered with them to go out to these truck stops, and it was wonderful. So check them out at the very end of this video and check out what they have to offer, and tell me, what's your great experience when you first saw Little America Travel Center? Because I know for me, it was definitely the ice cream cones. What's going on, mud truckers? Welcome to Mud Trucker News. I thought this news was important today to share because this event just happened. Basically, the Senate wanted these organizations that they believe represent the trucking industry to testify on what they would do to help with the new highway bill coming out. Everything's supposedly about safety. So they have the ATA, they have OOIDA, and they have the Teamsters there. So all very three powerful groups, and so they all had their opening statements. Now, here's the thing that's interesting here. Chris Spears with the ATA opened up first, and they represent more larger trucking companies and fleets. The thing that he brought up that was interesting was that he supports lowering interstate driving age to 18 and 20, and then he supports hair testing and inward-facing cameras for young drivers. And the other thing that he supports is that he claims that there is a driver shortage and that pay has increased by 19%. He states that why would pay increase by 19% if there wasn't some type of shortage, right? And so it's one of those things where, OOIDA and the Teamsters, I would say that they more align together. I'll put their opening statements out as well. But, OOIDA, when asked, states that, hey, 18 to 20, if they really were going to drive interstate, he believes that it should be a 150-mile radius, because in his example, a driver that's young or not, that's inexperienced, drives to Indiana, won't know how to drive in weather conditions out in Colorado, right? And that's the safety concerns there. And he opposes hair testing as well. And then he argues that the high driver turnover is not shortage, but just lack of pay. And Sean O'Brien from the Teamsters actually agrees with that, because he states that from one of his trucking companies that he represents at UPS, they actually don't have high turnover and get paid very well. So, ATA stating that trucker shortage, because there's just not enough drivers on the road. And then Teamsters and OOIDA is like, no, that's not the case. If you pay the drivers right, they will stay. So let's get into these opening statements. I just want to let you guys know what's going on. ATA is pushing more AV, which is autonomous vehicles. He states that it's not about getting the driver out of the truck, but about using the safety technology to help the driver in the truck. Tell me if you agree with this. I want you to hear these things, but it's so important because these three organizations are the ones that are molding our highway bill that affects all truck drivers in America.
Thank you, Chairman Young, Ranking Member Peters, and members of the subcommittee. I want to thank you for the opportunity to testify today on behalf of the American Trucking Associations. For over 90 years, ATA has represented an industry that today employs 8.5 million of the hardest working men and women in the country. We appreciate your commitment to safety. Every American benefits from a modern, safe, and efficient transportation network. It is even more essential to the 3.5 million truck drivers who are indispensable to our way of life. Roads and bridges are their shop floor. ATA was among the first to support passage of the landmark bipartisan infrastructure law, which boosted highway funding by 38%. Unfortunately, rising construction costs and red tape have eroded the impact of federal grants. One consequence is record high congestion, now costing our economy more than $109 billion, the equivalent of 435,000 truck drivers sitting idle for an entire year. The next infrastructure bill has got to not only alleviate those bottlenecks, but prioritize other critical projects like truck parking. There is currently one parking space for every 11 truckers. Expanding parking access is not only the right thing to do for road safety, it's the bare minimum we owe our drivers, particularly women drivers, who deserve a secure, well-lit place to rest. Trucking offers a pathway to rewarding careers. That was the motivation behind the Safe Driver Apprenticeship Pilot Program established by Chairman Young and full committee ranking member Cantwell, which allowed qualified 18, 19, and 20-year-olds to operate safely in interstate commerce. Every member of this panel should be invested in creating pathways for 18 to 20-year-olds to operate safely in interstate commerce and to be able to access good-paying jobs in the trucking industry. However, self-serving, factless claims that there is no driver shortage undermine the serious work of this committee. Driver pay does not go up 19% during a freight recession unless there is a shortage of qualified drivers. You may also hear today about how the Biden-Sue independent contractor rule helps our nation's 350,000 independent truckers. I encourage members of this committee to actually ask the independent contractors about that, because they're going to tell you that this rule takes away their freedom of choice to be their own boss and to grow their own business. The trucking industry goes to great lengths to keep roadways safe. Every year, motor carriers invest $14 billion in safety technologies and driver training, including apprenticeships. AT is ready to partner with the subcommittee and the DOT on deploying proven technologies that focus drivers' awareness as well as mitigate and reduce crashes. Groundbreaking developments in the autonomous vehicle space hold future promise for improving safety while enhancing, not displacing, the invaluable role of truck drivers, our industry's greatest asset. The most important safety action we can take is ensuring that unsafe drivers do not get behind the wheel in the first place. That requires drivers being proficient in the English language, as well as proven drug testing protocols. As more states legalize recreational marijuana and opioids plague our communities, federal acceptance of both oral and hair testing are vital to keep unsafe drivers off the road. Another issue that should unite us is addressing the meteoric rise of cargo theft. This economic and national security threat has exploded in the last few years, with annual losses now totaling a staggering $35 billion. To protect our supply chain and employees, we need legislation to combat fraud and empower federal law enforcement to take the lead. ATA testified 25 times before Congress, helping shape the current highway bill. Today is our 7th hearing in just 7 months. We fully understand your responsibility is the safety title, arguably the most important title in the highway bill. This effort is transformational opportunity. It's not only going to help our industry, but the entire supply chain and our nation's economy. Thank you again for your leadership, and I look forward to answering all of your questions.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman Young and Ranking Member Peters and members of the subcommittee. I'm Louis Pugh, the Executive Vice President of the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association. From the U.S. Army to running my own trucking business, trucking is the only thing I've ever done my entire adult life, with over 2.5 million safe miles of driving. OOIDA is the largest national association representing small business truckers and professional drivers. We have approximately 150,000 members across the country who operate 240,000 pieces of equipment. Our mission is to promote and protect the interests of members on any issues that impact their safety and their success. The Trump administration has embraced a new approach to developing trucking policy that prioritizes the needs of truckers. It began in February when the U.S. DOT reopened its public comment period on broker transparency rulemaking that was launched in 2020 in response to an OOIDA petition. It continued in April with an executive order addressing OOIDA's request to enforce existing English language rules proficiency that have long been ignored. And just last month, Secretary Duffy announced 9 major initiatives, 9, to improve working conditions for truckers that directly addressed many long-standing driver concerns, including withdrawing the controversial speed limiter mandate. These steps are welcome and long overdue and a departure from the old ways of Washington. They demonstrate regulators are finally prioritizing truckers over corporate mega fleets, shippers, trial lawyers, and safety advocates. To be clear, OOIDA is a nonpartisan organization. We have a reputation of telling you how it is, and we don't pull any punches. But we also give credit where credit's due and advocate tirelessly on behalf of our members. Truckers now need lawmakers to embrace the new approach the White House has taken with as much energy and resolve. I assure you this can be done in a bipartisan manner and promote highway safety that improves driver recruitment, retention, and increases supply chain efficiency. In fact, many of OOIDA's proposals for the highway bill already achieve these objectives. This includes enhancing driver training, improving restroom access, and combating freight fraud. More broadly, efforts to expand truck parking capacity, eliminate the federal law that prevents truckers from being guaranteed overtime pay, and stopping the unsafe increases of truck size and weights. These have all garnered significant bipartisan support. While truckers are thrilled that folks in Washington are finally listening to their needs, others in the industry will resist this new approach. They want to return to the old way of doing things when maximizing corporate profits and overregulating small businesses, dodging responsibility for improving working conditions for drivers took precedence. For example, large carriers will oppose OOIDA's efforts to prohibit predatory lease-to-own scams. By design, these leave truckers broke and empty-handed. Law enforcement will again attempt to put trackers on truckers, which has been soundly rejected by the industry. Trial lawyers will pursue a totally unnecessary increase in minimum insurance requirements to destroy small business trucking. And brokers will fight tooth and nail against compliance with broker transparency compliance, which is a rule that's already on the books. Let me remind you, the old approach simply doesn't work. Policies that large carriers swore would improve safety, like electronic logging devices, have proven to be totally ineffective. The pilot program for teenage drivers has been a colossal taxpayer-funded failure, and its enrollment numbers tell the story. As I've outlined in my testimony, Congress has the ability to make the next highway bill the most pro-trucker, pro-safety bill in history, but only if you commit to prioritizing the needs of truckers. Thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you for the opportunity to testify today on issues impacting the trucking and commercial bus industries. I'm Sean O'Brien, General President of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. The Teamsters Union represents more than 1.3 million workers since 1903. That's 122 years. Our membership includes hundreds of thousands who start their workday behind a steering wheel of a commercial vehicle. I am personally familiar with the subject of this hearing, and not simply as General President of the Teamsters. I started my apprenticeship program at 18 years old in the rigging industry in South Boston, where I was an apprentice rigger, then a low-bed driver, hauled heavy equipment both interstate and intrastate. The Surface Transportation Reauthorization is an opportunity for bipartisan action. Together, we must create economic opportunity and improve the lives of millions of Americans. The Teamsters look forward to working closely with the committee to write a bill that prioritizes workers, prioritizes public safety, and protection of jobs. For decades, the Teamsters have led the way in making the trucking industry a better and safer place to work. Teamster drivers earn wages and benefits that ensure our members can support their families and retire with dignity. Our union provides high-quality training to drivers. We regularly induct members into the UPS Circle of Honor and many other driver safety programs recognizing 25 to 30 years of safe driving without an accident. I'd like to start by talking about the state of our industry. You've all heard about so-called driver shortage, and I think you just heard one of my colleagues testify to that. We've been told we can solve this problem by forcing drivers to work longer hours and operate heavier trucks. At UPS, for example, one of our members may spend years working another position, another classification before a job operating a tractor-trailer becomes available. Once our members do get behind the wheel, most remain in these good-paying, reliable, and safe positions until retirement. At carriers like T-Force and ABF, Teamsters only experience a 10 to 12% turnover ratio. Union drivers have the best wages, health care, and retirement securities. In Teamster shops, workers are incentivized to stay. So-called driver shortages do not occur. To help make this a reality for more workers, the Teamsters urge Congress to invest in high-quality CDL training. Sadly, predatory CDL programs are widespread in this country. They take money from students who then graduate, unable to pass a skills test or operate a vehicle safely. Teamster locals in 20 states certify members and the public as CDL drivers, usually at no cost to the students. Let's grow these programs for more American drivers. The expansion and creation of competitive grant programs under the DOT that are accessible to Teamsters training would help significantly. Federal action is also overdue to regulate autonomous vehicles. Allowing the unfettered operation of AVs is a threat to public safety and to good-paying jobs in the trucking industry. The Surface Reauthorization presents an opportunity for Congress to take decisive worker-first action on AVs. I'd also like to draw the subcommittee's attention to the growth of dangerous trucking business models. Amazon's trucking services are largely provided by its freight service partners, better known as FSPs. FSPs are contractors who in turn hire drivers. These small motor carriers exist as unique entities with individual DOT identification numbers. This means that the government cannot connect the dots between individual carriers to establish a pattern of unsafe behavior across a fleet contracted by Amazon and many others. This inability to trace unsafe behavior is critical when we know that Amazon FSP drivers were cited for violations at a rate of 70 times higher than UPS Teamsters. The Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration should be directed to collect consolidated safety metrics for companies using contracted fleets. They should also conduct a study on the safety of Amazon's local last-mile delivery service using vehicles under 10,000 pounds. The Teamsters call on the committee to reject policies that would reduce safety on our roads. This would include a rejection of weakening hours of service regulations or permitting longer, heavier trucks. Allowing corporations to push drivers to high levels of fatigue or to operate more dangerous vehicles will result in unnecessary accidents, injuries, and death. It is important that Congress is aware that one of the obstacles we face in providing the benefits of Teamsters representation is employer abuse of labor law and refusing to bargain in good faith. Employers drag out negotiations for years and deprive workers of better wages and safer working conditions. This is not a bug, it's a feature in our labor codes. The Teamsters wholeheartedly endorse the Faster Labor Contracts Act. This bill requires employers to bargain with workers within 10 days of voting to form the union. For the record, I want to thank Ranking Member Peters and Senator Marino for their co-sponsorship of this important legislation. Thank you for the opportunity to testify today. I look forward to your questions as well.
Well, it may be very known that we've got the showers, but a lot of times we offer the bathtubs and people were like, "Oh, I didn't know you had bathtubs. This is amazing."
All right, Mother Truckers, we're at Little America. We're going to do a tour of Little America. This is Danny. How you doing, brother? How you
Pretty good, brother. Hey, give me a second, Alex. I got a truck blocking the pumps over here. Just give me a second. I'll be with you in a second.
Wait, what's going on? What's going on?
I got trucks blocking pumps over here, probably taking showers, just parked at the pumps, man. I got to handle this real quick, and then we'll get into it, all right?
You know, we joke around about this, but why is it so important for truck drivers to do what they have to do and then pull forward?
I mean, it's not like, you know, I'm the parking police or anything like that, but if someone's in the way and nobody's moving, then no one's getting paid. we got to make something happen, man.
Oh, so what do you do here, brother?
I run the fuel center, take care of all the truck drivers. You know, this is a proud place to be. We're really proud of this location. You know, there's nothing around us for 35, 40 miles, so we like to think of it as a little oasis for the truck drivers, and you know, that's the name of the game. That's why we do it. So, you know, good fuel, good food, lodging, showers. You know, everybody knows about the big, clean marble showers, stuff like that. So, a lot to be proud of. Basically, where the focuses are. You know, getting every driver what they need, and getting them back out there on the road. So,
What we got here, folks. We'll see you guys at Little America. Tell me about this. You know,
well, one of the biggest parking lots in the country.
so one of the biggest parking lots in the country.
We've got about 375 spots.
So I'm thinking 375 spots, another company would come in here and say, okay, you know, we'll charge $50 a night, you know?
Yeah, we don't charge for parking.
Uh-oh, let's hear it again.
We do not charge for parking. That's something that I'm kind of fond of, something that I don't necessarily want to get into.
And tell me, you know, why have you guys been just, you know, so for the truck drivers and owner-operators?
Well, it's a proud company, and the reason why it's here is because, you know, there's nothing within like 30, 35 miles around us, and the way that this got going was, you know, way back. Blizzards, you know, people trying to survive out here needed a place, like a haberdashery, if you will, needed to kind of, you know, survive basically, and ultimately what started it all was a guy trying to survive a storm, and he said he was telling himself, praying basically, saying if he made it out of this, he's going to build something for people to make it out of this place, you know?
How you doing? You're looking great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm coming here just doing some fun and talk to truck drivers.
Okay.
Yeah, look at you. Woo! You ain't playing around. So what's the best advice for all the lady drivers out there that want to do something big like this? I love it. That's great. You look great.
Look at that. You know, a little bit of why we're here today.
Yeah, of course. We're just out here supporting the truckers, showing them this great location at Little America, Wyoming. It's one of our best locations. They do it right here. They take care of the drivers. So many great amenities, the food, the showers, hotel. It's amazing.
We got the Ambes team, you know, we got the Little America team, and we're going to all get on this right here.
I mean, I think
you know, should I be in the middle? You guys are there?
We might get through 3.
Your tour guide today to let all these truck drivers know why they should park here. I mean, starting with the parking.
Well, we'll start with one of the biggest parking lots in the country, from what I understand. We've got almost 375 spots around there, you know. So pretty cool deal. Don't charge for parking. We dig that as well.
Free 99.
Yeah, we got to keep it clean. We like the help from the drivers helping us keep it clean, things like that. You know, one of the reasons why we don't charge for parking. We've got all the other amenities with showers and laundry and things like that, so it's pretty dialed, but you know, it's really convenient, easy to get into, easy to get out of. Pretty cool deal.
So, like, when you're done here, do you put on, like, your fire suit or what, dude?
We've got them lined up. They're ready to go right now, just in case. It was just 4th of July, so we got to be ready for that.
Yeah. Fire department's here, y'all. Let's go.
Right.
Starting the fire, these ladies.
We didn't start. Not us. Oh my gosh.
Little America has your own.
I wasn't expecting an actual fire truck, I don't think.
Yep. It's put out a few fires also.
And so, like, so you guys have real firemen on duty? Is that how that works?
You could call it that. We've gone through bits and pieces of training and whatnot, and you know, if something were to come up, we'd be prepared for that.
So no joking around.
Mm-hmm.
I was joking when I said that you're putting on your Little America manager shirt, and then you legitly, if there was a fire,
I told you, man, we've
would
got our suits lined
legitly.
up. I've got my suit, my boots all chosen out. We're ready to go.
There's not a travel center in America that has something like this.
Well, like I said, there's nothing around us for like 35 miles, man. We got to be ready. RV parks getting close to about 3 years old now. It's a pretty cool deal. It's super popular. It's pretty neat to see. It fills up pretty much nightly, which is pretty cool. Check in just like you check in at the hotel, you know?
I love it, man. This is wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, you know what? You're not joking, because last night when we viewed it,
Yeah.
it was completely full.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, pretty cool deal here for sure. These guys are probably here for a day or two, you know. We've got some long-term spots, things like that. A lot of guys work in the mines around here. They'll be here for 6 months to a year, and they'll pretty much move into the RV park. So we've seen a lot of that sort of stuff. But yeah, you've got whatever you need: barbecue, basketball, cornhole.
I love it, dude. I'm ready to move here, bro.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're at the, the hotel and resort part of it. I haven't seen a travel center that had a swimming pool that I wanted to jump in, so that was nice.
It's coming.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about everything.
Well, like you said, we're on the hotel side of the property here. And, as I've probably said a few times, we like to think of it as like a traveler's oasis, right? So there's nothing around us for 30, 40 miles. We've got the hotel, you've got the travel center, all the shopping, all the showers, the laundry. I mean, you name it, you got it for sure. But yeah, this is it's a pretty cool deal. We've got, the classic hotel behind us and things like that. Everything's just real close. Whatever you need, we've got it for you. So
what's going on in this building before we walk in it?
Well, not only the fuel center behind me over here, and then you've got the hotel behind you. We just recently remodeled this entire travel center. It's huge. It's got amazing shopping. It's got amazing food. It's been very exciting. We opened it like just over a month ago. It's been doing super well. Brand new playground and whatnot. I'll show you about it, but it's probably one of the coolest travel centers on I-80. It's pretty sweet.
I love it. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's walk in. All right. Oh my God. Say hi to all everybody. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mother
So I remember what it used to look like.
Do you?
Yeah.
Whole different ballgame.
It's a whole different. Yeah, no, it's great, man.
Yeah, whole different deal for sure. Like I said, tons of shopping.
Look at
You
this.
name
This is
it.
wonderful, man. Wow. A lot of food options. Is that deli open 24 hours too?
Deli is 24 hours. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
So even the truck drivers, it's going to work for them.
24 hours. 24-hour kitchen for sure. You can eat.
Man, look at this, man.
Yeah.
This is cool. My wife came in earlier and bought some stuff for the family. I mean, you got to pick some up when you come here, right?
Your dog drool soda.
Look at that. Yeah. What's your favorite part in this part of it? Like,
Well, all the unique things that you can get. You know, a lot of things you can buy in here you're not going to see really anywhere else, which is pretty cool. We kind of pride ourselves on that type of stuff. Not being what everybody else is.
So I've been at Little America before this whole crazy renovation, and it looks crazy and busy. What else is there here for people that are traveling and things like that?
So we have all kinds of things here at Little America. With the new remodel, we have this new playground for all the kids to play at. Everybody's loving the new playground. Everybody's loving our new building. We're super busy, so come check out Little America Travel Center and the Fuel Center too, all you truck drivers.
It's pretty well known. If there's something in the moment somebody needs, doesn't have, yeah, we're talking. Beautiful. Yeah, if there's things, even if you might have a certain special request at the time or something. I mean, everybody kind of feels and understands that whoever it may be wearing the Little America shirt is going to jump on it. We're going to make it happen, whether it's not maybe a regular part of the day or a regular request or whatever. We're still going to make something happen. It's all good. I mean, literally, we're all here for the drivers.
She was so wonderful. How many years has she been working here? Because she's just like...
Teresa's been here for 24 years. I like to refer to it as the late 1900s. No, she's been here for a while. Teresa is super
Hi,
great.
how are you?
You have such a beautiful soul, and I see the way you talk to truck drivers, and why you treat them so nice.
Well, they are the heart of everything, and they treat me nice, I treat them nice, and if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have a job.
Yeah. Shameless plug, Big Rig Tees. Yeah.
I know, Alex, every time you come around, you
Hey, what's up? You want to give a shout out to anyone?
Yeah, sure. My boy Chris in Denver, your sexy son of a gun. I'm actually talking to him right now.
He is so sexy, y'all. He is so sexy,
He's married, though, so sorry, ladies.
And I love this shit. Look.
Oh, yeah? Make America rave again.
I love it, man. Hey, enjoy your day, brother.
Yeah. Awesome. Alex, I know every time you come here, you rave about the rotisserie chicken, brother. You got to see it.
Oh, my God.
That's
Dude,
good
so
stuff.
many memories, man.
Oh, yeah.
So many good memories, man. I love that. All right, cool, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
for
go
sure.
check out some stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. So, fuel center, you know, laundry, fuel, showers, food. We try to be the best we could be at all of it for sure. So, pretty good stuff. We'll show you one here right now if you're down.
Let's go, man. And I promise everyone on camera, this is the only time I walk into showers with another handsome man, okay? Okay.
Little America. So good stuff. You know, half of the showers have just the stand-up shower alone, and half.
Wait up, there's a bathtub in here, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dude.
People love the bathtub.
Dude, there's a bathtub in here.
It's nice to see.
I'm ready to get bubbly, man. I know that's too much information. But man, let me see this, man. This is wonderful, man. You guys kept it true to what it is, man.
That's right.
I love it, man. Thank you for doing this for these drivers.
You're welcome. Yep. Hey, you're back.
Yes,
Laundry,
sir.
24 hours a day, stuff like that as well.
Oh, yeah. So, I appreciate y'all, man.
Oh yeah. So it may be very known that we've got the showers, but a lot of times we offer the bathtubs, and people were like, "Well, I didn't know you had bathtubs. This is amazing." So
Yeah, dude.
stuff like that for sure. A nice cozy lounge back here. Always looking good.
Looks clean,
Yep.
comfortable.
Yep.
Look at that, y'all.
Got the remote. Choose the game. Choose the bird channel.
That's great, man. Ice cream.
How you doing, brother?
I gotta get some vanilla ice cream, man.
Let's get you hooked up, dude.
Yes, sir.
You want to try a waffle cone? You want to try a regular cone? What do you think?
I'll go regular.
All right.
Keep it original. Keep it original. Dan, you come back here too?
All over the place. All over the place, John. You want a regular vanilla, or you wanna mix it up with a swirl?
Let's roll it up, baby.
Chocolate and vanilla, huh? We got you, brother.
Yes, sir. Look at that, man.
Just like the billboard.
Hey, I love it, man. Hey, to all the truck drivers out there, cheers, man. Love you guys. Come out and support a place that cares about truck drivers.
That's right. We do. We love it. Thank you.
So we just have to end this video with just giving out some shout outs. You know, Mother Trucker and Bess, it's just been so lovely. And so who do we want to start out with these shout outs?
I think overall, Tony O'Brien, thank you so much for allowing Ambest and the Mother Trucker to come out here and setting us up at Little America. I mean, the rooms are phenomenal. The truck stop and travel centers are great. I mean, man, it's beautiful out here.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what, thank you to Spencer, you know, and Danny out at Little America, Wyoming, and just all your fabulous people that you have over there, and some really long-term employees,
Yes.
you know, that were just wonderful. Shout out to, Steven. He was running the travel center, just remodeled. And so just to the whole team, and of course to the Little America group, man, you guys are the best, and you treat owner-operators and independent truck drivers with so much respect, so we thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.